So moving on to topic number 2, in a topic that hurts, and a topic that came out of nowhere. And I know none of us expected this. And when we finally seen what the injury was for, it was just like, oh man, a season-ending injury. But I do think it's the right call. Jaylen Brown out for the rest of the season with a wrist injury.
Yeah, he tore a ligament in his left wrist, and from what I saw, over the last few days, he actually did it a couple weeks ago. It didn't just happen. I think when he fell, in that Oklahoma City game, might have even I think that's when it actually happened, and then he might have re-aggravated it over the games to come, which just shows you Jaylen Brown's trying to play through stuff, which is typical Jaylen Brown, not trying to make excuses. The Celtics are going nowhere without him, so I think this ends any type of playoff run that we thought they could possibly make. I mean, we even mentioned last week, this team didn't have a chance of making a championship run. So just, you want them to try to make it as far in the playoffs as they can. But without him, I'm not going to be shocked if the Celtics lose in the play-in game, because they're going to be the 7th seed at best. And I don't think they'll get past the 8th seed right now. So, I could see them totally losing in the play-in game. I could see them getting smoked in the first round because of not having Jaylen Brown. Right now, Robert Williams hasn't played either. So, I'm not sure if he's playing tonight or not, but Robert Williams has been out too. So I think they should just hold him out too. You're not going anywhere. Marcus Smart's not playing. It's just, this season has been a mess. And then you have one of your best players, have to have wrist surgery. Just go with the guys you got, but I wouldn't risk anybody to injury in this upcoming playoff series. I just wouldn't. Like Kemba Walker's obviously going to play because they've been kind of, holding him up for certain stretches because of him recovering from an injury. But if anybody's got anything close to being serious, like if Rob Williams' hip and knee are still bothering him, like a serious amount, keep him out. I mean, I want to see him play in the playoffs, get more experience, but like we've been saying, Jaylen Brown being out, that effectively ends their season. And for some of us Celtics fans, it's like, I'm just kind of waiting for the season to end. It's just been so disappointing this year with the Celtics. And we're typical spoiled Boston fans. Like, they're going to make the playoffs and everything like that. But it's just been such a disappointing season with them. I'm just like, let's just get this over with at this point, which is too bad.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. It's one of those things. I agree 100% with you, to be honest. Like, let's pack it in and let's not even show up to that game or the first round. Let's just go home, because we've already said this team was not a contender anyway. Now you take away arguably our best player, right? And that's an argument between him and Jason Tatum, honestly. And I think some people might lean Jason Tatum, but honestly, some people might lean Jaylen Brown. They're just both that great of our players right now. They're franchise cornerstones. And one of them's hurt right now. So I think the best thing to do is to rest him, get him healed up 100% going into next season, where hopefully we're going to make a couple of more roster moves to be able to put ourselves in contention to win a title. But it wasn't going to happen this year. So I do think this is the right move. Let's get him healthy. And like I said, if anybody else is banged up, let's get them healthy as well. Because I agree, I think if they have to go into the play-in game, I think there's the potential of losing there. And if they do get to the first round, I don't think they're going to get out of the first round without Jaylen Brown. So it's one of those things where I think a lot of us as fans are looking forward to next season. I'm sure a lot of people in the organization are already looking forward to next season. And hopefully Danny Ainge is looking forward to what he can do with some of the pieces to be able to move around this roster, because we clearly need additional pieces around Jaylen Brown and Jaylen Brown and Tatum to be able to make a run for the title. So yeah, I think this is a great move, get him healed up. But it did come out of nowhere a little bit because he continued to play. Like you said, what a tough guy, continued to play. Didn't really show many signs of it, but then I guess a little bit of a soreness, and they actually take a peek out of it, and they see that it really is an injury. So now they're making the right call to keep him out. But I think he really put himself on the map this year, averaged 25 points a game, and at times really lit it up for even more than that, 30, 40 pieces. So, I say get your cornerstone of your franchise, which is him and Tatum, get them healthy, and let's make some moves going forward. But this is the right call. Hold them out.
Yeah, here's the thing. In the play-in game, they're either going to play the Hornets, the Pacers, or the Wizards, which all those teams play the Celtics tough. I mean, everybody does these days. but that's no easy game there. Then if you lose to whoever the 8th seed is right now, the Hornets could be one of the other teams. Then you've got to play either the Pacers or the Wizards, the winner of that 9-10 matchup, to try to stay in a spot for the playoffs. So I can't see them. I can see them losing to the Hornets easily. The Hornets are talented and they also play hard. I mean, and that's something you can't say about the Celtics right now. So I almost wanted to lose in the playing game just to get it over with. And then people are going to be calling for Brad Stevens' head, which I kind of understand. I don't agree with it. I think they should keep him, but I get it. This team hasn't been playing hard. There's something going on with this team, and there's a lot of different opinions on what it is. And hopefully we're going to find out in the offseason they're going to make improvements. So we'll see what happens there.